All right, and just like that, we're back. We're going to be doing some yin yoga. So find a comfortable seated position. Let the legs rest. I like to sit on blocks like this because it allows my knees to come down towards the floor. Hands can rest onto the legs. We'll just practice this seated position right now so that at the end of our class together, our short session here, we have the opportunity to come right into the seated meditation. So this is one option for you. You also have that other option that I've showed you before, which is more like this. Blocks between the ankles and your bum is sitting on top of the blocks with the knees straddling. We're going to move to reclining hero first. So I want you to set up in a way that works good for you. And how I am right now actually works really well. So you can sit the bum on top of blocks, knees go apart, toes touch together. And then you might put things behind you in anticipation of coming down onto those things. And then we're going to go there. So letting the bum rest if it needs to on top of something, and then you're going to just lean back onto the hands, elbows, or the back of your spine. So you can let the whole upper body be supported. So I've actually kind of started to enjoy putting a hard block on top of soft blocks. So that's what I've done here for my upper back. So the denseness of the hard block is really nice. And then the softness of kind of for the back of the head and also is very nice. So I had a friend visit who's also a subscriber actually, and she was visiting here and she joined for yoga on the side and saying how nice it was to use all the different blocks and props that we have around here in the house. So I recognize that not everybody has the things like bolsters and blocks around them. They haven't maybe invested in those things. But you can get creative, use something else. Two more breaths in reclining hero, feeling that stretch coming into the quadriceps, the stomach, up into the chest. Especially if you let your arms droop down beside you, you can feel it kind of in the armpits and chest a little bit more. All right, let's start to come back up so you can push down with your palms. Lift up so that you're standing right on the knees. And once you're on the knees, you're going to bring the hands onto the bum. Hands come there, and then you're going to draw the elbows back behind you and lift the heart up into a gentle kneeling back bend. It's a similar sensation that we had in the spine before, but it's a little bit more supported by the glutes because it's a bit more active. So let's take one more breath in. And then out, lifting the heart up. Sit the bum down on top of the heels. And then we're going to go into rabbit. For this posture, we're going to tuck our chin to our chest. And then we're going to start to kind of curl our spine down, kind of into a very curled up shape, is kind of the best way I can put it. So we tuck the chin. We start to round the spine down. It's kind of like child's pose, but much more tucked in. Now you can let the head curl under, and then we can start to lift the bum up into the air. So the hips lift up. Then we're going to grab for the ankles or the heels. You can also have your toes curled under like this, or you can remain with the flats of your feet on the floor. Keep tucking your chin. Chin gets tucked quite close towards the chest. Crown of the head down on the floor. Lifting up through the hips for 5, 4, stretching the mid-upper back, 3, 2, and 1. Let's let the hips rest back down to those heels. Awesome. And we're going to go into pigeon. because our legs were used for flowy stuff. So let's come into tabletop on the hands and knees. Kick the right leg back from tabletop, inhale. Exhale, draw the right knee forwards behind the wrist, swivel the shin under your pelvis, let the left leg back. Feel free to do deer pose instead, so letting the whole right hip come down right till it touches the floor. That's what I'm going to do today, so just you can follow the visuals if you need them. The hips come down, the back leg bends, lean forwards over top on the elbows there, forearms and elbows. Breathing in the nose, filling up the belly, rib cage, chest. And breathing out the nose, relaxing the belly, rib cage, chest. And again, in. And out. So if you're not in deer, I want you to go to this position that you can see me in. And then we're going to push down with the palms, lift up the chest. We're going to shift it back to a different version of deer that we've done in class before, just in like 1 or 2 sessions. So the idea is we're in our deer pose, and we just lean back onto the hands. And we're going to actually start to feel the stretch across the left front thigh, like one leg reclining hero and a bit of a groin stretch on that side. Now we can do a little bit more with this pose if we want to. We can come down onto the right elbow, and then we can take the left hand kind of over to our right side and feel that stretch coming across the body, the low back into the stomach. One more breath here. And breath out. You're going to push your palms down into the floor to lift yourself back up. And we're going to swap sides. So into pigeon on the left side. Left knee behind left wrist. Right leg relaxes back. Extends all the way back. And then option to join me in deer pose. So letting the left hip and butt to the floor. Bending the right knee a little forwards in front. And then coming down into the elbows once again. So on this stretch for about 30 seconds, and then we'll lean back. So you're going to very slowly push the palms down. Let your chest lift up. I say slow just so that we don't jostle the body too much in our transitions out of those relaxing postures. We're going to lean back onto the elbows, or palms rather. We're going to start to feel that stretch across this right thigh, into the groin, and then into the abdomen and stomach if we lean back a little bit further. So we might lean back onto the elbow, and then take onto the left elbow, and then take the right hand kind of to the floor as well, near our left hand. Feeling that stretch move kind of across the stomach, the low back a little bit. And then push your palms down, lift up, and come back to tabletop position. So you're on your hands and the knees. And find just a little bit of freeform movement in the spine so that you can kind of relax any of that stretching sensation back to kind of a neutral feeling. So just move around, let the spine be like a serpent or like cat-cow. And then we're going to come into seated meditation for about 4 or 5 minutes. So I want you to take one of those 2 positions that I suggested at the start of the class. Make sure that you're comfortable. Put the hands on your legs. And I won't do a ton of talking during meditation today, but I will kind of remind us every once in a while to come back to the breathing. And then I'll let you know when our time together is complete. If you do have some sort of particular intention or quality that you want to bring into your day, perhaps right here in this moment, right now, is a great time to invite that quality in, to make your day a little bit more purposeful, a little bit more mindful. So I invite you to do that over the next few minutes here. Let the day become intentional. Calmly breathing in and out. Calmly breathing in and out. Gently adjusting your posture if you're slouching. Softly breathing in and all the way out the nose. Addressing any held tension in your body. Where is it? Hip flexors, legs, feet, spine, shoulders, neck. Addressing the tension, softening, relaxing, exhale. Gently addressing posture, addressing slouching, noticing breathing. I want to thank you so much for joining the session today for our 15 minutes of yin with a little bit of meditation, move and meditate. It was really nice to do the 30-minute session or the 20-minute session and then like a 15-minute session. A nice combination of events. Next time maybe we'll add Yoga Nidra onto the end. Extra 15 minutes of Yoga Nidra or something like that. Well, I hope you have an awesome weekend ahead of you. If you've got any questions, any feedback, anything that you want to share about your experience, you can use the chat on the side to share, or you can always send me an email if it's something that you'd like to share in privacy. But yeah, I'll see you on Sunday, and we'll be back for our live music with Yin, our hour-long session. That one will always be an hour. So I'll see you then. Namaste.